Welcome everyone to Vibing with Stay Grey. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful morning, and I'm super excited today to be hosted by Miss Aruna at the Montessori Plus Center. And on today's topic, I'd like to talk about menstrual health. I mean, to some people, this could be quite a queer topic, but I'd like to put it out to the world because it's nothing to be ashamed of. Girls know about it, boys should know about it too. And on today's show, I'd like to present Ms. Aruna, the founder of Together for Better, so that we can talk about this topic and help you learn more about it. So, Karibu, Ms. Aruna.
Thank you so
How are you
much.
doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
I'm super excited to host you, by the way, because you're such an icon, empowering many women through your foundation and helping them, because to some people, menstrual health could be quite queer to them. Probably they don't understand it, but I'm here today with you so that we can keep it quite exciting to other people so that they can listen to it. So what do you do at Together for Better?
At Together for Better, I empower women, especially with the sanitary towels and technique how to make the pads. Because as we're talking about mental health, remember, giving only availability is not enough.
Yeah.
The giving availability of what they need, and together with the technique how to survive when somebody is not supporting them, it's what the key part about behind this foundation. So I do support with the women with sanitary towels, which is plastic free, and sometimes I give them a technique how to stitch the pads. So hypothetically, let's say you don't have a machine, sewing machine, or you don't have anything available in the shop, or you cannot afford, let's put that way.
Yes.
Then what I try to do also, that you basically, Kenya is rich with cotton material, and it's everywhere, even up countries and rural area also. So I actually explain to them and teach them how to make pads out of those material available and hand stitch them. So nothing can make them impossible. Everything is possible.
Yes,
and that's what
is.
my message and my motto is behind the foundation, that let's give that empowerment.
I mean, isn't that exciting, since I have the skills to manufacture my own pads, right?
Yeah.
So that when I have my menstrual cycle, I don't have a problem. Probably I don't have cash. I don't know how I can get it. So I can. So you're empowering girls with skills.
Yes.
That is really powerful. And I mean, what was the inspiration behind the foundation? Why Together for Better? Why did you decide that I have to do this for these less privileged girls so that they can get quality education, they can be supported throughout their menstrual cycle? How did this inspiration come about?
I see quite a bit challenge in everywhere in the world. I'll put. I will not only phrase it Kenya, because my foundation right now travels everywhere. Basically, I do send my pads to everywhere. So the inspiration behind this is why even in this century girls suffers.
Yes.
Not just because of just the availability of pads. You see. So I said, let's start somewhere and let me do what I can do. I don't want to wait what others are doing or what the other can do or what others are making mess out there. That's not my motto, because that's if I occupied myself looking at that way, then that means I will not able to help what I can do right now. So my motto behind is to help as much as I can and give more and more technique or knowledge about how to make the pads. This is where the inspiration comes, that hey, there is a problem, but where is the solution?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's where the core of inspiration comes from, that I want to generate more Aruna out there.
Yes.
I don't want to hold to myself alone, right? And plus, the girls miss out a lot of other things because of just not available one sanitary towel, right? It's not fair.
Yes, it's not fair.
It's not fair. I'm a mother, I'm a woman, so I really connect with all the girls out there, and this is where the inspiration comes from. They said, let's do something.
Yes, let's do something to empower the girl child. I mean, even in several schools, there's some girls being shamed. Probably they've just started their period and they're quite unaware of what they're supposed to be doing. So menstrual health should be put out there. I mean, it's a cycle and it's not a tragedy, because it's part of being a woman, and everyone should understand that and to know that Miss Aruna equips women with knowledge of how they can manufacture their own pads. It's quite inspiring because I know you're trying to curb the SDG number. Which one is it?
We actually cover up quite a bit of SDG goals, but this one was, I think it was number 8 or 6. I need to recall that. So we do cover up and we do empowerment with the menstrual health.
Yes, that is super exciting because I remember even when I was in school, let's say primary school, there were some girls who were just starting their period and they were so ashamed, they were crying all the time in class because the boys would make fun of them. And to know that boys could do such a thing, and in today's century, we are supposed to be informative. We're supposed to know that this is just, it's just something that occurs. It's a bad thing. It just shows you that this lady here, it's a grown woman and you should respect her and you should treat her well. And this brings me to the next question. When you go to visit the girls in some areas, what does your foundation do to curb the issues of educating them in terms of the pain they go through or how they should carry themselves out during their menstrual cycle, the hygiene, how they should go about it?
So when I go to visit them, I first analyze what's happening in that area. So that's my pre-background work, which I have to do it, yeah? I do that, and then once I get to know that this is where I need to expand my knowledge, or I need to give out more or details knowledge on this specific area. But I don't leave any girl without giving menstrual health education, because only, again, I go back to my first point, only giving pads, you're not solving the solution.
Yes.
Yeah, our girls need also menstrual health education. Yes, also hygienic, because the health is at the risk, and same time mental health, because we need to tackle that area and empower them, then say it's not bad to have periods.
Yes, it's not.
It's not bad.
It's normal.
It's normal. It's culture. It's naturally there, right? It's not somebody like a man-made stuff.
Yes.
Right? So you really need to empower them and give them that courage that you should not feel shy, or even if you have to ask help when you are in a period pain, you should not feel embarrassed that you're asking help because you have a stomach ache.
Yes.
See? So empowerment is most and core part about menstrual health, hygienic education also. Because still in this century, they have been not educated on menstrual health. Hygienic.
Yes, not many people are that informed.
People are bringing up this point. And I realize also when I go to the school, also in the school, this topic is very in a minor
it's rare.
A stretch they are learning. It's not that somebody expanding more and including the empowerment with the culture based also small challenges which girls go through. So when I go there, I make sure I cover up the hygienic part and health, menstrual health, and mental health also.
Yes. Because of the stigma, are some girls usually kept in quarantine when they are on their periods, or do their classes just go on normally?
So they have been not been quarantined, but because of pads are not available, definitely you're going to spoil the benches.
Yes.
You're going to spoil your dress. So automatically girl will be not coming to school.
Yes, because there's a story I saw on the news about a girl sitting under a tree, the shade of a tree, during her whole cycle because she didn't have pads, her parents didn't have money, and it was so saddening because to know that she needs help. She needs to be in class right now studying, but because of her period, she's not. And it's just because that she doesn't have the resources or the right people to talk to, because it's something natural, or even the teachers trying to help out.
Especially when the foundation travels up country, that's where I came up with the idea of long-lasting solution. Remember, first, as I said it, I like to give them technique if I have a time allowance, and if school calendar allows me to do this half an hour or 1 hour workshop with them, how to make their own pads. I do that. Same time, also we came up with the idea of reusable sanitary towels, which is a solution for 2 years.
Yes, it's a
And that's the whole
solution.
reason why we do this long-lasting solution, because today I can go, tomorrow I might not able to go.
Yes.
Remember, the single-use pad lasts you one time only.
Yes, one time.
So what happens in the next cycle? You're back to square one.
Yes.
Right? So that's why we said that what we can do to make it long-lasting solution and give them also with the core of how to make their own pads. So tomorrow, definitely I cannot go back to the same place over and over. It's impossible. The world is too big.
Yes.
Right? But I leave them with that technique, how to make their pads. So when, even if I cannot go, remember that memory stays there when you learn something.
Yes.
So I'm very sure they're not going to suffer, at least without pads.
Exactly. I mean, that the foundation is that's really impressive, because you're giving somebody skill.
Yeah.
I mean, you're giving them long-term solution to your problem. You're going to have your menses every month, so this is what you're going to do. Probably in this cycle, you're going to manufacture your own pads, or you can use the reusable pads, and it will all be okay. I mean, this is quite impressive, because we are used to the one-time use pads, but in this case, you can be able to reuse the pads, or rather just learn the skill of how you're going to make your own pads. There's no shame in that, because it's a really innovative thing to do about the Together for Better. And it has really inspired me, because even you're touching on mental health, and I usually know that I'm really big on mental health, and that's my number one priority, because I personally imagine I usually go through the pain of menstrual cramps. Probably I cannot attend my classes or do all these things. But how about that kid in the rural areas who doesn't have the knowledge, and she's just able? Yeah, what about her?
Yeah.
That's
I always say I'm mothers to these daughters. So I feel so rich when I say I have 15,000 daughters out there.
Yes, and you're empowering them to become better people.
Yes.
I mean, not missing their classes, and they can go on normally.
Yeah.
And how about the boys? Do you educate the boys on how the menstrual cycle is?
Now this is the second core part of this foundation. It's I generate more and more leaders in this field who are men. The reason is, when you portray opposite a gender who is going to do a work which is, they should not be doing it according to the taboo. Girl feels more empowered. They feel more comfortable. I always observe when I put a boy in front of a classroom and say, hey, he's going to do the education on menstrual health, you can see all the girls, they are smiling, but they're shy away.
Yes.
But then I'm so proud of those men who are doing a wonderful job out there and empowering girls in this field, because when girls see a man is doing it, this kind of work, they feel more comfortable also. So we are earning a small portion of the trust from this gender, but it's coming slowly.
Yes, I like it, because men are becoming more open-minded.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be informed about these things. You should be informed about the woman, because you care about your mother, right? And if you're older enough, the better half, you should take care of her and learn how these things go, because menstrual health is not gender biased. It's for everyone. You should learn how to take care of the woman while she's in her periods, the hygiene to take, the cautions to take. I mean, all these things should be out there for everyone, and no boy out there should be ashamed of menses, because I usually come across boys that are quite, no, I'm not quite into that stuff, because it's lady stuff, and it's quite queer for me, so I'm not going to learn about anything. That's not my problem. It's a female problem, and that's not the case, by the way, because you should be informed. You should be open-minded about the woman. These are the people that you live among with. I mean, help them. Just even you can learn the skill yourself of making the sanitary pads, right? Yeah,
I do have a few men who have joined my workshop who who have learned how to make sanitary towels. And many organizations also have joined me to make this pads. So again, as I say, I don't want to hold the technique to me, because my life is only minimum now, right? What happens when I leave?
Yes, exactly.
So more and more organization, I invite them to please come and learn this, and you can have your own manufacturing setup. I leave it to you because it should come from your side, within yourself, because I cannot push that motivation. You have to do it, right? So my aim is to educate more and more organizations. I have many OCBO who have come up to me, and then they have learned also from us. There are one or two in Kibera CBOs. They have really kickstarted this project, and they're looking after their community. So
Yes.
that's what I need. Remember, because I can only do much.
Yes, and if you spread out, you'll be able to reach out to more and more people. That is really inspiring. And how can we join together for better so that we can learn how to manufacture this pad for ourselves, or even a certain organization? How can they partner up with you?
Yeah. So you can join the foundation in any different areas. So because look, we need everybody's help, right? So I do collect normally sometimes old t-shirts.
Yeah.
Pads are made out of old t-shirts sometimes.
Yes.
Because when I run out of material, what do? I look for old t-shirts.
Because they are cotton.
Yeah, they're cotton. That's what I need, right? And I give again life to those old t-shirts for another 2 years. Isn't it amazing? So you can join us by collecting those t-shirts and giving it to us, and we make for you pads and give you back. Or you could do awareness program with us also, and bring more and more awareness in settlement area. Or you can join us by wishing our well-wishers also who are reaching out to us, spread the word, the work we are doing also. So there's so many room to join us. You can volunteer us also, because generally what happens, I train you, hypothetically, if you want to be a volunteer, I train you and you go and do the distribution.
And,
but there's lots to be done than just the distribution. You learn about the groundwork, ground search, where the need is also. Not every place needs also.
Yes,
so you really have to do the groundwork, right? Or join our social media page, please, which is Together for Better Foundation. We also normally broadcast our workshop dates. Come and learn pads with us, and then you start your own manufacturing.
Yes, I mean, for the audience out there, I mean, this is quite a great initiative. Imagine empowering your community by empowering the girl child manufacturing these pads, going deliver them to the less privileged. This is quite a plus for you because you're doing good in the world. You're doing more good, and this is super helpful. I mean, this has been quite a really good conversation on menstrual health, and I'm really pleased to be your host today. And yeah, I mean, menstrual health should be out there. You should don't be frightened about these topics. And even in schools, you could do the talks or anything. Just empower the girl child, empower her mental health, empower her learning skills, and also to the boy child. Please be conscious about the menstrual cycle. It's something natural which occurs every month. It's not that it's man-made, as she said. So be informative, be open-minded, learn about these things, and let us help empower the girl child together. This has been quite a good session, and I'm really, really grateful for you today. So see you next week. And also, you can comment on the information box any speaker that you want to see here talking about different topics. As for today, it has been menstrual health. And yeah, so we'll go about it the way you want it. So bye. See you next time.